Hi guys, it's Tanya here. So you will notice that we are completely set up differently today, and I'm also running two cameras. I am running one right here behind me on this side of my shoulder, and I'm running the second one right here. I'm going to use the one right here behind me for more of my in the mirror, this is what I'm doing to my face, and I'm going to use this one more for product shots, so that way you guys get a good look at both kind of items. So let me know how you guys like this setup, and if you like it, then I will continue to film tutorials this way. Today I'm going to do kind of a fun video. It's going to be a 3-in-1 kind of how I do my makeup tutorial video. I want to show you guys all the different foundations that I do on myself depending on the type of day or the type of year. So this is going to be called a massive foundation review / tutorial, I guess. First foundation routine I'm going to show you guys is just my everyday basic foundation routine. This is what I use pretty much every single day, always in the summer. And if I'm not doing anything, so if I'm running the kids to school, or if I've got PTA stuff to do, or just a basic everyday foundation when it's either hot out or when there's nothing really going on and I don't need a ton of coverage. I start with a concealer, and generally the concealer that I use is the Instant Age Rewind Maybelline. Now this is the old packaging, and then this is the new packaging. So there it is right there, the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline. And then there's the new packaging right here. Exactly the same color on the inside of these products, they're just different packaging. So I just take a little bit of this, generally on my pinky finger. I just dab that underneath my eyes to kind of sort of work away the dark circles. Now I suffer from really bad dark circles, and I like a lot of coverage under my eyes. So I won't blend that in entirely, I kind of leave it a little bit messy, and you'll see why in a minute. But again, you take another pea-sized amount and then apply that to the other eye. There we go. So once those are both in, and they should look quite messy, it shouldn't look clean at all because you're going to blend it in a second. I normally use a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer. So some of my favorite options are, so this is Stila's BB cream. Now I have done a rant video on this because this is quite an expensive BB cream, and I will not be repurchasing this one. The second BB cream that I really like is the Garnier Skin Renew in the color light and medium. I really love this one. This is probably my go-to. Today we're going to use the Stila Beauty Balm. It's not a bad beauty balm, it's just really high priced, and that's why I don't like it. But we're going to go ahead and use that today. So I've put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. And then I will either use the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 or the Sigma Round Kabuki. Today I'm going to use the Flat Kabuki, and I just take a little bit of that balm on my brush and then I pat it all over that side of my face, and then I blend it in. Now this is why you leave the under eye concealer messy, because you're going to be blending this over top of it, and that will create a very nice blend of color for the two different shades that you're using around that part of your face. And I like leaving it for this to blend it out, because then I just find that it looks more natural. And I'll apply a little bit to the forehead. I might need a little bit more of that. Take a little bit more of it. There we go. You apply a little bit to the forehead, and also a little bit more on the areas of my face that I'm more red. So I am very red on my cheeks and up my nose. So that's kind of where I apply the most of this product. And I generally just use kind of sort of half round motions and just kind of blend this into my face. And there you have it. This is my everyday in the summer foundation, and also when I don't have anything really major going on, this is all I put on my face. Okay guys, so the next face we're going to do is the meeting face. This is when I have something to do for the day, a doctor's appointment, a meeting for business, going to see a client for makeup, something like that. I do prefer a little bit more coverage if I've got a lot of stuff going on in the day, because I find it just sets my face better and it sets me up for a longer wearing makeup for the entire day. So the first thing that changes in this makeup routine is my concealer. The concealer I like to use for this is the Revlon Photo Ready Stick Concealer. And I'm in the color number 3, Light Medium. And that's what the stick concealer looks like. So I up and under my eyes. You'll notice a big difference right away. This concealer is way more yellow than the other one was, and I actually will take this concealer over kind of sort of my more red areas. And I will just kind of just gently blend that in and along the under eyes, up and kind of into the hollows of my eyes, and along my cheeks. Same on the other side, along the bottom of my eye, up and into this hollow area of my eye, and along my cheeks. So you'll notice right away that's given my under eyes much more coverage than the other concealer does. Blend that out a little bit better. There we go. This is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup, and this is in the color number 10 Classic Ivory and 20 Natural Ivory. So I take generally a little bit more of the number 20 than the number 10 just because my undertones are more pink. And then again, I'm just going to use this in the round brush from Sigma. And it doesn't make a difference to me what brush I use. I just generally rotate between the flat and the round. So you just apply that all over the face. Sometimes I'll even go over my eye area just to kind of create the perfect nude canvas so that every kind of spot on my face kind of matches before I go in and add more makeup to it. Make sure you get really good around the creases of your nose. And when you're wearing foundation that actually kind of changes the color of your skin, you want to go all the way down your neck as well. It's really important so that you don't look like you're wearing a mask. Now, one of the reasons why I love this Neutrogena Healthy Glow Foundation, it gives your skin a very pretty glow. It might look almost a little bit shiny in the camera, but it definitely isn't super shiny in real life. It's just more of a glow. And then generally, I will go over this with a powder. I use the MAC Prep and Prime Translucent Finishing Powder. It's just the white powder. And just swirl it in and then just kind of sort of pat this on. You don't want to rub this in because it will change the look of the foundation. I like the way this foundation looks and I like the way it covers. I just like it to be a little bit less dewy. So there you have it. Alright guys, so for my last face, this is the most makeup I wear at all ever. This is if I'm going out with my girlfriends, if I'm going to a restaurant for dinner or a nightclub or on a date with my boyfriend. This is kind of like my flawless face routine. So it starts with a primer. This is L'Oreal Studio Secrets primer, and it's just like a little bit of like a white with a pink tint cream. So I just kind of sort of dot that all over my face. And then just my fingers, because I find that it helps to soften it. I just kind of blend it in. This does feel a little bit like Crisco shortening, kind of sort of going onto your face. At least for me it does. There you go. Once I have my primer on, I move on to concealing my redness. So what I use to combat my redness, especially for a long day makeup, is either the Smashbox Halo Powder in the yellow. This is the Halo Yellow Color Corrector. So this is like one of those little ones that you turn and then it peels off. And then the other one I really like is by Your Best Friend Cosmetics, and it is the Neutralizing Yellow Powder. And I literally just put some yellow powder on those. And the Halo one I find honestly works probably the best for this. It's very thin and smooth, and it doesn't leave things feeling very cakey. And especially when you're wearing like a lot of makeup or a lot of different makeup layers, you don't want anything to feel cakey. So hopefully you can see, I can see a difference in the mirror already. Hopefully you guys can see a difference too. The next thing I will do is a foundation. I also love the Makeup Forever HD foundation, and I'm in the color number 117. And last but not least, it's the MAC Pro Longwear SPF 10 foundations, and I mix NC20 and NW20 to get my perfect color combination. But I'm just going to use the Makeup Forever HD foundation today. So again, this is in the color number 117. I find 2 or 3 pumps is generally enough. And again, you just dot that all over the face and blend it in. I do find this is a full coverage foundation. It definitely covers up like redness and splotches and any of that kind of stuff. I'm going to take one more half pump for the forehead area. And I find that with this foundation, the more you blend it, the more it just keeps blending. It's like there's nothing on your brush, but it just keeps, you know, blending color out and evening out color. And I really do like that about this foundation. So there we go. That's the Makeup Forever HD High Definition HD Foundation. For my under eye circles, I will combat them, especially for a long night out, with Benefit Erase Paste. Benefit Erase Paste. And I use the color number 2 medium, but that's probably almost too dark for me. That's what it looks like. And I generally will just take a Sigma precision tapered P86 brush. Looks like that. And I will just dab a little bit of that salmony color concealer under the eye circles. And I try to concentrate it where the color tends to be the darkest. And then I just kind of blend it in. And I just pat it. I do kind of like a patting and rubbing motion at the same time. And then I'll take the stick concealer, which is the Photo Ready concealer again in color number 3 light medium, and I'll just apply a very thin layer over that. I do find that Benefit concealer cakes up quite easily, and I don't like that about it, so I just go over it with a, you know, more creamy concealer like the stick concealer, because I find that keeps it from caking on my skin. And I always finish it off with a powder, Sheer Pressed Matte Powder, NC20, and you can see I've hit pan on this. I'm almost done with this one. And then I just take a big fluffy brush and I just literally pat that and rub that all over the face. This gives me a little bit more coverage, so it takes it from like a medium to full to a definite full. Covers all of my freckles. It makes sure that any of the redness I did still have clearly is gone. And I find that it mattifies my whole face. You have it. This is my flawless face routine. So I hope you guys enjoyed all 3 of those different makeup routine looks. I'm going to go ahead and do a full-on tutorial now, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that as well. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.